mission here. Again, we're so excited that you guys were able to join us one more time for this amazing recipe demo. So today we are actually demoing a cauliflower mashed potato with rosemary and garlic flavoring in it. So what we did is we went ahead and we already started the process just because it is a quick recipe and it does just get together really quickly. The most time-consuming part of it is actually going to be cooking up the cauliflower and cooking the mashed potatoes. Everything else, or cooking the potatoes, once it's all said and done, it comes together really quickly. So what we did is we actually went ahead and dropped about 2 pounds of potatoes in some water, let it come to a boil, and one of the quickest ways that you can actually tell if it is done would be you take a knife, not necessarily your chef knife, but just any knife that you can have. You poke it into your potatoes,
or butter knife,
and then you pull it out. And if it comes out really easy, that means it's a surefire way of saying it's done and ready to go. So what we did is we pulled it out, put it in a big mixing bowl with a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper, and she has our potato masher, which is a great utensil to have in your kitchen if you're going to be looking at doing one of these. Over here in the food processor, what we have is we have some cauliflower leaflets. What we did is we just went ahead and blanched it in some hot water, which is just a fancy way of saying that we cooked it up really quickly. And we went ahead and pulled it out and put it in there with some milk, salt, pepper, and some starchy water.
And then we also put about 2 tablespoons of butter in right now, mainly because we are going to do 2 batches of cauliflower because it was a whole head, so we don't want to overfill the food processor.
Yeah, and this is going to get a little loud right here, so we're just going to go ahead and let that happen. As you can see, it's almost all the way done. What we had, from what I can tell just watching the sides of it, is we had 2 leaflets that actually did not want to go ahead and puree all the way, but you know what, that's going to be okay because we're going to go ahead and mash it up with the potatoes. And the reason we're doing it this way is that potato is a heavy vegetable, so by having so many potatoes in it, it's actually going to be a really heavy side dish or a side option. Whereas by adding in the cauliflower, it helps lighten it up as well as it helps bring in another vegetable and get you, just a little bit of a healthy alternative compared to it. And so right now she's just mixing that all together so that way when she mashes it, you get a nice, good, even mix of both cauliflower and potatoes. And that does not want to stay with it for whatever reason.
I'm
going to go ahead and move it out.
Do you want to do the second batch?
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
And someone's here, and our dogs are super excited about barking. So we're going to do the second batch. And second batch of cauliflower, and we're going to just add the same exact things into it. So I'm going to add about a spoonful of the starchy water, or so, maybe a spoonful and a half. And then I'm going to add the other 2 tablespoons of butter, and then a little bit of milk.
Just to give it a nice richness and help bring it together and give it a nice flavor. And again, like earlier, it's going to get a little loud, so we're going to go ahead and let it just happen. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the sink. And as you can see with that, you get a nice, good puree overall with the cauliflower. That's going to go in the sink.
And then, obviously, be careful with your blades of your food processors when you're taking them out.
Yes, you do not want to get cut by them. They are extremely sharp, and if you are not handling them properly, you can get injured with them. One of the best ways is to the top of blade attachment. You just want to grab a hold of that a little bit, and you really don't want to grab anywhere near those blades because they can hurt you.
And then we're just going to mash the rest together, and we are going to add in our rosemary and garlic butter. So what I did is I added a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 4 tablespoons of butter, and then some garlic and rosemary, and just cooked it on low so that the flavors could all infuse.
One of the great things with that butter, it's a nice simple recipe that you'd actually be able to add any herb to it and really just pull out a completely different flavor. So if you're not a big fan of rosemary, you can put in sage, you can put thyme, even basil, and I know basil is a little bit more of a delicate herb, but you would definitely be able to get that flavor drawn out of it and really be able to use it in a whole other way.
Go ahead and give it a taste.
As she said that, I'm grabbing a tasting spoon.
You want to grab one for yourself?
Yes, I do.
Hang on.
Just a little bit more salt.
And some pepper.
Really so easy ingredient to add in the last second.